Hi, this is an ogre review for Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. The second season of the anime is in production and coming out with various issues subbed and dubbed as we speak. And so I figured I'd give a review of the overall. Is this something you would want to watch or read? Because the manga is out. Well, we're going to talk about first, and I set up all of these reviews in the strongest category to the weakest category. This is first and foremost a comedy. So if you're looking forward to a decent comedy, this is it. I wouldn't say that it is all comedy because there is a little bit of drama here and there in the show, which takes place. So it is high comedy, but not something that is just there to make you laugh. So comedy is what I would first give it as its highest category and its first priority. Its second priority is Yuri. This is mostly about girls having relationships of various degrees with other girls. The relationships range from um, underdeveloped sexual tension to just friendship, mother love, and in a good way, not in a hentai way. So it's a pretty light, feel good kind of anime, but most of the relationships are definitely focused with a Yuri lens. The next highest is it is a slice of life with a ton of fantasy influences, but most of the interactions, going to school, going to work, having just general money problems, cooking, all of these things that are in slice of life are going to be represented here, and that's its focus. There's not any big world destruction kind of things that it's going to be looking at, even though some of the backstory and history of these characters do involve very grand action-oriented um, plot lines. But this is mostly based on slice of life events and everyday events. Fantasy is a huge part of it. I mean, after all, dragon is in the name, so we're talking about mystical creatures for the most part, and these mystical creatures settle into these slice of life daily events, this normal world kind of activity, which causes some very fun dynamics to happen in the stories, which is very enjoyable. It definitely gives your slice of life a lot of flavor. Even though it's billed as fan service as being one of its major selling points, um, I don't really think the fan service is all that overt. If you're looking for fan service, there are definitely higher degrees of fan service than what you get here. You might get a bikini shot or something in a couple of episodes, but it never really goes farther than that. So fan service, even though that is one of its top billings when you look at this show, I really don't think it's that high, but it definitely is there. And then Yuri, as opposed to, I'm sorry, I meant to put yaoi there. So there is also a bit of yaoi influence in this. Most of the relationships are not heterosexual. There is one, and it is an odd age difference one. So most of the relationships, almost the entire set of relationships, are Yuri and yaoi in orientation. Final score. I enjoyed it. It's I'm probably not the target demographic for this, but I do like comedy. Animes is one of my favorite genres of anime, so the comedy really carried it through for me. Um, the other stuff was fine. It wasn't like over the top, and so I usually give these things three different categories. It's either top shelf, something I would buy and put on a shelf and keep around and watch constantly, at least once a year or so, or it's watch and forget, which is not a bad category. It's a lot of good stuff. Or I really couldn't make myself watch the whole thing. And this falls in, for me personally, watch and forget. But I can see a lot of people having this as one of those top shelf animes that they really get into and latch onto. So if those categories are categories that you are interested in, this is definitely the anime, the manga for you. So go out there, buy it up, enjoy it. Second season's out right now. And this has been another Ogre review.